I want to see you, to see you highly lifted up in the light. To see you highly lifted up, shining in the light of glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy. I want to see you. Amen. I really do not take this privilege for granted. Please put this together for Uncle Eso, my very good friend. Today we'll be talking about volunteer power. This is one topic that I have looked forward to. But before we start, I would love to share a story with you. Out of the normal things. So I graduated this year, March 2025. And before graduating, so I was not born into a very privileged home. So you don't think I have so much money. My parents are just entrepreneurs, and you get the whole point. And I wrote in my journal while going to Bayero University, I said, before my last year in school, I'll fly down to school. Me, that my transport is not even always complete to school. I will have to gather my funds very well. And I wrote it in my journal. I said I would fly to school before my final year in school. I don't know how the money wanted to come. I just knew that something must happen. And I got into school. So I started from 200 level. I had attended a polytechnic and the whole thing. And when I got into school, I was looking for what to do and how to make money. And I'm not a business person. People say I should not say that, but I'm not into buying and selling, because I can give you my profit if you need money. If you tell me you don't have money, I can just give you the capital, the profit, everything. And I knew that I could not really do buying and selling in school, and I was looking for what to do. I knew it was my brain that would give me money. I don't know how it wanted to work, but I knew that it was my skill that would give me that money. But then, what do I do? And it started with the fact that people will say, you are so eloquent. We want you to come and do this. We want you to come and do that. And we will not pay you. Just come. And I'm like, you will not pay me. I need money. I came from an humble background. This money is required. But then, I'm grateful to one of my mentors, Mubarak. He wasn't really a mentor in school, but he just took interest in me and said, I believe that your skill or the way you do these things would help you. Let's go to town. So I schooled in Kano, and Kano is like an hub of opportunities. Let's go to town. You'll be like, please plug this girl in. Let her do one or two things. Let her undo this. Let her undo that. Sometimes I don't even have transport to go back. But then we're doing it. I didn't even know that it was called volunteering at that point. Me, I was just doing anything that will make me leave school and come back. And before you know, small 2K, thank you for coming. Small 1K, thank you for coming. And before you know it, it got into global opportunities. I think last year I would have traveled abroad, but it was clashing with my exams, and I couldn't get to meet my faculty leader on time. And then I had to stay back so that I would just graduate once and for all and just go. So all of this happened because of volunteering. And I actually flied in my final year because of volunteering. My 1 naira was not in it. Over time, I've slept in the best hotel. I mean, the best of the best. My 1 naira was not in it. Over time, I've met a lot of people. And then if I had not volunteered, maybe That would have never happened. It's not even maybe, it would never, ever, ever happen. So if you are of the choice today that when people ask you, I want you to do this for us, and you say, how much will I go pay? You are always keen about money. It is just the money. I would need you to reframe that mindset today. Note that every single thing in this life is not about money. Every single thing is not about how much you go pay me. We have this, I don't want to use Gen Z because I'm also a Gen Z, but we have this mindset right now. If somebody just wants your skill or anything, the first thing you are asking is, how much you want pay? How much are we talking about? And that is killing us gradually. You might not know it though. You might feel like you are indispensable, your skill is so unique. But I tell you, I think OSO was saying yesterday that the competition outside is so big. You might think you are the king of your kingdom until you step out to other kingdoms and see other kings there. So, firstly, what is volunteering? People talk about volunteering. I think the basic question I get on Facebook is, Anna, I want to start volunteering. Plug me into opportunities. Involve me, involve me. Some people don't even know what volunteering is, but they just see that you fly around, you snap pictures, you go for UN events, they give you bags, they give you food, you enjoy. There is money and there is enjoyment in it. You just see all those things online and then you just be like, plug me into this thing. That NGO thing where you they do, money they there. Truly there is money, but what exactly are we talking about? So volunteering is the intentional giving of your time, your skills, your energy, and knowledge to a cause, a community, an organization without immediate financial reward. So people that are saying involve me because of the money, without immediate financial reward in order to create impact and grow. I once traveled to Benue State with my own money. Like the hotel I slept was like the worst place to sleep in this life. And when I was going, what did they tell me? Thank you. Even when they were giving participants food, they just gave me one kind of, do you get? I'm like, hey, me, Global Anna, you people are doing this to me. But then I knew what I was looking for. I knew that I needed to assess somebody there that I would not be able to assess if I don't travel there. So it is not with immediate financial reward. It's not that when you are going, they will now give you like 100, 200K. But then in order to create impact and to grow. So you must know that when it comes to volunteering, the main key word there is impact. It is not about the money. It is not about the money. It is impact. So when you don't feel that impact, you get tired easily. Because if you volunteer for a cause and all you are expecting is stipend at the end of the day and they don't give you, you get tired. You just get weary and you just know, this thing is not for me. So volunteering is not also suffering. Although we have users in the outside world, we have people that once you tell them I want to volunteer, they will tell you, undo communications, undo M&E, undo pretest, undo protest. They are wicked people outside. But then volunteering is not suffering. So don't say they suffer me, they use me. Well, if they don't use you, who wants to use you? Yes, the question is if they don't use you, who wants to use you? But then it's not suffering. Volunteering is not also exploitation. So know when to draw the line. It is not the fact that the organization, the community, or the cause you are volunteering for is exploiting you. It is not exploitation. Volunteering is not also poverty mindset. So let me bring this to you that when you start at first, it's like a child who is growing up. You have to, how do I put it? You have to crawl, you have to fall, you have to stand, you have to need assistance, all a lot of things before you can get to stand up and walk. So that's how the volunteering space is. You don't know anything and you want somebody to just plug you into UN. What do you know that you want to do? You don't know anything about the SDGs. In fact, if I should ask now, how many SDGs do we have? Thank you. Some of you don't, some persons don't even know, let me know you some of you. Some persons don't even know how many SDGs we have. But you just want them to involve you. You don't even know what the SDG about poverty stands for. You don't even know that they graduated from MDGs to SDGs. No, you just want the money. All you want is, I tell you, there is money in volunteering. I have a friend who volunteers for a living. She doesn't have an extra job. She doesn't do anything. The only thing she does is, There's an event, she registers, she gets it, she attends, she volunteers. At the end of the day, she makes times 2 or times 3 of what a normal banker will make in the bank. So there is money in it. But then it starts step by step. Volunteering is also strategy. That is, if you are smart enough to know that this thing I'm doing, it takes a step at a time. Generally, life is one step at a time. So is volunteering. It is one step at a time. So why do you volunteer? People say volunteer, give your all, give your time, give your skills, give everything. Why? Why should I volunteer? It gives you access. A lot of persons that I have met, I'll be using myself as an example. A lot of persons that I've met, I've actually got the opportunity to meet them because I volunteered. Yes, because I volunteered. I think I was opportune to, I went for service just last 2 or 3 weeks, and I was opportune to meet the governor of Adamawa State. I got to service and I'm like, I can't stay in the crowd. I can't stay in the crowd. And what volunteering does to you is that it singles you out. So if everybody is here and somebody is like, who wants to do this for us? And you come out, that has singled you out already. But if you want to mix with the crowd, people might not get to know you. That is just it. So volunteering gives you access. Another thing is volunteering builds skills school doesn't give you. So most times we are all about the degree. We are all about the first class. I'm not saying don't make, in fact, you must have first class. I'm not saying you should not make first class. I'm not saying you should not read. I'm not saying you should not do TDB. I'm not saying you should not come out with 5.00 on the dot. But then there's what volunteering does to you. That's like your extracurricular activities in school. It gives you that skill. And what are the skills that volunteering gives to you? Communication. I started with the fact that somebody plugged me into it. And then it's like, this girl can do it. Even those days when I feel I fidget a lot, I tell people I have human anxiety. I don't like standing in front of people. But then, volunteering gives you that skill. You build it because you are giving your all. So they allow you, it's like a testing ground. So when you are in school and then you are volunteering, you can make mistakes. But when you go to the outside world, I think OSO can explain to you that the struggle is real. Nobody gives you time to test. Nobody gives you time to say, okay, try and see if you know work. Nobody gives you the opportunity to use their organization as a means to test whatever you have. So while in school, while you are doing your degree, you are pursuing that BSc, ensure that you are giving to volunteering because there are skills you can build. Skills like problem solving. Some of us don't even know how to solve problems. Once problem starts now, you start crying. Once you just see that there is a problem, all you want to do is to cry. But over time, if you volunteer and then you see, okay, the venue has been changed to another venue, or the event is not even working the way you want it to work, you volunteered enough, you know that the next thing to do is to find a solution to it. So skills like problem solving, skills like emotional intelligence. I think Sagobi spoke about even a pastor having emotional intelligence. So volunteering helps you with those skills. Skills that your lecturer would, I don't know about other people's lecturer, I don't know the school you went to, but I went to a school where we're like 1,000 in a theater, you might not even hear what the lecturer is saying. So who wants to give you emotional intelligence? Those people are not even intelligent emotionally. Let's start with that place. So if you volunteer, you get to do all of those things. Public speaking. I got to start speaking in front of crowd, starting from 50 people, 100, 200, 1,000 because of volunteering. Another thing is volunteering builds visibility and trust. So when people see you consistently, there's what they call portfolio. Do you know what they call portfolio? Okay, I think few persons know it. So portfolio is like a place where all the works you've done over time can be found. People can also always refer back to it. So if you have volunteered over time, it gives you visibility. Now, if you are, some of my classmates cannot compare with me right now because I have that visibility already. I've worked with so many organizations. And then if you have volunteered enough, it gives you that visibility you need. It gives people trust. Okay, this girl has worked with Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Foundation. We think we can trust her on this. So mostly the jobs I've gotten even after school, I've just referred them back to what I've done over time. And no long talk. no interview of, okay, how do you handle this? They know that these are organizations you've worked with before. So they can build that trust and that visibility. And then the trust also leads to recommendation. If you've worked with brands over time, with NGOs over time, with communities over time, you don't struggle for recommendation. So it gets to a point where you want to apply for Shivning scholarships, all of those Erasmus and everything, and then you need recommendation for people you have worked with. So imagine over time in school, you do not volunteer, you are just for the first class. The goal is the first class. And then how do you get recommendation? Who wants to trust you? And trust is even hard to get right now. So you volunteer your way into earning people's trust. Another thing is leadership roles. Once people can trust you, they can be like, this girl can undo this. Let's give this girl. Sometimes you are even just sleeping and then somebody is vouching for you that I believe she can do this. Another thing is volunteer builds character. There are times that, so I say NGO money is sweet, but they will use your blood. So you can go for morning, they give you a very nice hotel, comfortable bed, fridge, everything is in the room. But then I tell you, sometimes you don't even get to sleep there. Because you are working on the next project, you are doing an assignment, they will kill you with that money they paid you, you will work for it. So if you know you cannot build so much discipline, you are somebody that in 1 or 2 conversations, you are already asleep. So these are things people don't tell you. You just see people online. They say, okay, I've gone for UN, UNICEF, WHO. They give in the work. Those trips you see them going for, it's not by the plane, it's not by the flight, it's not by the food you see on their screen. They give in a lot of work, discipline, consistency. Another thing is humility. I think one thing we find difficult as young ones is the fact that we find it so difficult to be humble to people that have gone that way. You feel like because you have a leverage on tech or digital skills, I can just, what does he know that I don't know? But then volunteering helps you to be humble because you get to. And then you can check online. There are so many NGOs that are looking for volunteers. So many. If you're on LinkedIn, yeah, let me see your hands up. Jesus Christ. Uncle Hesu, turn back. If you're on LinkedIn, yeah, let me see your hands up. I hope you can see it. So Facebook is good for the views, Instagram is good for the views, but I think if you want to leverage so much on getting some of these opportunities, please be on LinkedIn. Doesn't take you so much. Go to Play Store, go to App Store, download LinkedIn, start. Go to YouTube and learn how to do all of those things. So that's where the NGOs fall into. In fact, you can still volunteer with UN. You can. You can volunteer with UNICEF. There are still organizations in Kaduna, there are NGOs in Kaduna that are looking for volunteers. It's just that they might not pay you, they might give you data stipend, but then start. You don't have so much experience yet, so why do shakara when you see opportunities? Like I said, from 2022 or 2020, I've been doing free work. Till today, I still volunteer for some course and then it's still free. They tell you, we only give you data stipend. Some will not even give you data. You will use your data to do Zoom, Google Meet, every single thing. So we have faith-based groups. It's not only NGOs. There are also faith-based groups that are looking for volunteers. We have campus initiative. When you go to school and then you get to see initiatives like Enactus. I think they are in every of those tertiary institutions. Enactus, Rotary Club, and then Lions Club. All of those clubs can be in school. Just look for 2 or 3. Don't put so much on your head. Look for 2, look for 3, and then volunteer with them. Advocacy projects. There are projects that when it comes to, let's say, World Health Day, Anti-Cancer Day, World Hygiene Day, you see people call out for volunteers. Apply for it. Go out. Stop. The times you have been sitting in your father's house or in your hostel, what have you done? Nothing. So it's just better you go out. It's better you leverage on those opportunities. Another one is events and project volunteering. We have conferences who call volunteers. When they want to host conference and then they call for people who can help them manage that. Summits, outreach, and boot camps. Lastly, we have leadership and service role. I think I want to talk more on this one. So you get to a point where you are in your class and they say, we need somebody to supervise this group assignment or something, but your hands are always down. It was in the class we had yesterday with Victor that he said something about audacity. Life is not wired to favor the timid. Life is not wired to favor the timid. You are in an organization, you are in a gathering, and somebody say, please, I need somebody to volunteer to do this for me. I need somebody to speak about this. I need somebody to, your hands always down. And later you now claim that people don't know you. People don't plug you into opportunities. We can't plug you into what you now disgrace us at the end of the day. So when it gets to activities, when it gets to leadership roles, volunteer, speak up. You must not be a public speaker. You can be a rapporteur. So a speaker can be talking. I think I attended real estate conference that was held, I think, October. And while I was there, somebody said, I need a rapporteur that can just take notes. I was so tired. I wanted to be like, hi, this is not my thing. But then I just said, I can help you, ma. She said, you can help me. I said, yes. She said, okay, no problem. Just take notes. Whatever the speaker is saying, the keynote speaker, just take notes. We want to use it to design something and something and something and something. And I said, okay, it's fine. I didn't even expect that she was going to give me anything. And I was leaving. She gave me 50,000 naira. The rapporteuring work, I didn't even write up to 2 or 3 pages. So what I wrote was not even, I didn't mean I knew that she was going to give me like 50K. I would have done the extra work. If I would have offered to design it, ma, I can do the design. So always speak up. When you are somewhere, you are in a class, your lecturer is like, we are going for this project. We just need like 2 people who can be leaders or something. Don't always keep your hands down. The fact that you have kept your hands down for years, how has it helped you? It has not helped you. It's better you raise your hand so that it can help you. Some of you are in your class, your classmates don't even know you. The only person that knows you is your seatmate. Nobody knows your name. Nobody knows your name. Or you think it's by being timid, it's by being shy. They will just forget you. Life knows how to forget the timid very, very well. You need audacity. You are in church, you are in a fellowship, and they say we need like 2 brothers that can raise up your hand. The highest they will tell you is no, we have gotten the numbers we want. Bring down your hand. The highest anybody can tell you in life is no. And no is not the end of the world. No just means that they don't see your need, but then there are other people who see your need. So how does volunteering open doors for opportunity? By staying consistent. You don't start up today and then tomorrow you are like, hi, I'm not sure I can do this anymore. You don't start up today and then tomorrow they are calling you that there is an onboarding meeting and you're like, I'm not doing again. You are always consistent. Another thing is adding values beyond your role. Most times, the thing that do not specifically single us out is because you don't add value. So let me give an example now. I say I'm a writer. Karen is also a writer. We volunteer for the same organization. And at the end of the day, what we do in that organization is we write Monday quotes, Tuesday posts, we make captions for events that has happened, and that's what we do. So it gets to a point where Karen decided to take initiative of turning those posts to carousels, making reels, asking her, why are we only using Facebook? Let's go on Instagram, let's go on X. At the end of the day, who do you think will be more selected? It would be Karen. So you get to add value. Look at what you are doing right now. What other value can I add? There are a lot of volunteers out there, I tell you. It's just because Kaduna is, if you go to Abuja and you go for an event and you meet people during networking time, hi, what's your name? Hi, my name is Amanda. Hi, what's your name? You get to hear people say a lot of things that they do. A lot of things. So you can't afford to be a mediocre. You can't afford to just stick to, this is what I do. How can you add value? How can I step up? How can I level up? Another thing is, be known for something. I think I want to emphasize on this very well. You want to start volunteering. They say, okay, what niche do you want to? You say, anything works for me. Today, they have educational summits. You are there. Tomorrow, we have gender. You are there. Next tomorrow, we have climate. Your hands are there. Next time, we have peace and conflict resolution. You are still the person, oh, you are there. You are just everywhere. So it gets to a point where after you volunteered for like a year, sit down within yourself and say, okay, what exactly do I want? What do I want to be known for? Do I want to be known for the gender girl? I am just for gender-based violence. Do I want to be known in the educational space? I think since Sagobi has been speaking now, some of us can know the niche that he's in. Right? He didn't come and tell us, okay, I'm into the educational space. People of God, I'm also into real estate. I sell cars, I buy cars. I sell phone, I buy phone. At some point, you can be confused. But then be known for something. Let people know you that, okay, this is the cause I'm volunteering for. So that they don't call you tomorrow and say, okay, Ashake is coming into Kaduna. We need people that can volunteer. I am there. Next tomorrow, Dunsi Oyeko is coming. I am there. Be known for something. Look for niche. Go online. In fact, this knowledge is everywhere. The only problem we have is that we are lazy. We are lazy. That's why we really think that we don't know what we want. Be known for something. So that when somebody wants to recommend you, they don't start asking, what do you say you do again? Is it gender? Or is it climate? Because there's money in climate now. Everybody's running to climate. Because you can really find grants now in internally displaced people's case. You quickly run there. So be known for something. Build relationship. Meet people. And then how do you do these things? Just don't meet too much people. When you go for events and when you want to begin your volunteering journey, I recommend you attend events. I recommend it every time. When you see that there's an event happening, there's a summit happening, dress up, look good, smell nice, don't look like your problem. Everybody has a problem, but don't look like it. Go there, meet people. Some of you will go for events and you will not meet one single soul. You expect them to come to your house and be like, hi, Hannah, my name is this, I do this. I don't understand how. When you are not even Tinubu's daughter. Meet people. In this boot camp, some of you have not even met anybody. And we are not even plenty, you, lucky you. We are not even up to 500. Meet somebody, what do you do? Connect with them. And when you now get their number, don't save it and start just making them status viewer. Hi, I am Anna. I met you at this event. Nice connecting with you. After 1 month, reach out again. How have you been? And this and this and that. Before you know, when opportunities come, they can plug you in. You are just there in the blues and then you want people to just remember you. I know we pray to God for favor so much, but then we need to play our own part also. Another thing is document your journey. Now, this is for those people that want to be loners. Hey, I don't want to come online. Don't believe everything you see on social media. Don't believe anything you see on LinkedIn. People package themselves so much on LinkedIn. People package themselves and people have made figures on LinkedIn. People have made so much money via social media. You go for events, you do this, you do that. Document your journey. If you are not proud of yourself, who wants to be proud of you? Is it me? You know, people carry you the way you carry yourself. Oh. You want to be a loner. Okay, no problem. Stay on the low. But then learn to document your journey. Take pictures. Write about your experience. If you don't know how to write, use ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT, I went for this event today. This is what one of the speakers says. This resonated with me. Help me phrase it. It would give you. Facebook style, it will give you. Instagram style, it will give you. LinkedIn style, it will give you. Because when people ask for your portfolio and be like, let's see what you do. So what do you want to show them? You want to speak in tongues? Or you want to tell them, it's just that I know these things. You don't have enough time to make an impression. You don't have enough time. Because there are so many people. So learn to document your journey. In the volunteering space, visibility matters a lot. A lot. When you apply for opportunities here, share your social media links here. So when they go to your social media links, what should they see? Picture of you going to church on Sunday. So how does it resonate with whatever you are looking for? So look the part. Post the part. It's not lie. It's what you went for. Do it. Don't stop playing the humility card. That thing is not even humility, it's mediocre card that we are always playing. If you don't brag about yourself, nobody will do that for you. I mean, nobody. Not even your siblings. So post it. Let us see your journey. So what are the common mistakes people make in volunteering? One of the mistakes is volunteering without learning anything. So I've come to the fact that I write down that, okay, if I volunteer today for this organization, I work with Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Foundation, what have I learned? What can I work on? What did I learn? What can I leverage on? Okay, this is one of the things I did that made me a star girl in the whole thing. This is it. I need to leverage on this. Learn. Learn. Don't just leave places and then you don't have anything to learn. You volunteer with a church organization. What did I learn from this journey? What did I learn from this? How can I do better? Another thing is complaining too much. When you begin to complain, you see this word complain. When you start to complain, you get tired. And you just lose interest. You want to start a volunteering journey. That's why I told you that from the definition, it is not with immediate financial reward. So you join meeting. People say, what are you doing? Baba, what are they doing now? I just did this meeting. I don't tire. We are doing onboarding. I don't tire. They are trying to train you. I am tired. Another thing is feeling entitled too early. People get to do this so much. So I think it was at one point I volunteered for a Rotary Club and we had to fly to Lagos. And when we got to Lagos, I think we went to a store or something. And then, so we have Rotaract and we have Rotary. Rotaract is for students and Rotary are for like the main big men. And it got to a point they were just buying. Do you get? They were just buying. We knew they were going to pay us stipend. But they've not paid us. And we cannot buy. And at some point we started complaining. We're like, why do these people not pay us? You brought us down to Lagos, and even if you fly us, what is our business? Even if you gave us hotel, what is it? Give us this money. And the truth is, that was entitlement mentality. Because you would fill a form and they tell you that you are not entitled to anything except they give you stipend. They call it, it's not even salary. You didn't work for it. So avoid entitlement mentality. You begin to see that grants begin to come for the NGO you are volunteering with, and then you are like, inside like this $1,000, small thing supposed to touch my hand. Don't begin to get entitled. It kills a lot. In fact, you will stop finding joy in what you are doing. So another thing is not setting boundaries. Now this is, I'm trying to be careful with my words, but then it gets to a point where, hope you agree with me that women and children are the most vulnerable set of people. Now we'll start gender. Victor is looking at me. So it gets to a point where women and children are the most vulnerable. I'm not saying men are not also vulnerable. I'm not saying that. And then you get to attend events. They get to lodge you in an hotel. And there are also men in the hotel. And then they're like, fine girl. So you're into the volunteering space. I can plug you with UN. I can plug you with, what's this organization that gives grants the most? I can plug you with them. I can plug you with this one. I can plug you with that one. And before you know, you are already shining your teeth. You are like, I've seen opportunities. Most of those men are not so responsible. They are evil people out there. A lot of them. So don't think because they gave you an hotel room, the hotel room is for people to just invite you in. So learn to set boundaries. Learn to set boundaries. That's why you must have that skills. You must have that value. Where only your value alone speaks volume. You don't need to be on any man's bed before they plug you into opportunities. You don't need that. So that when the end of the day comes and then you are online, you are trying to document some of the things you've done, somebody will be like, I knew how this girl got this opportunity now. Somebody will be like, I know how the application window, when they open, some of my friends are there, I can do this, I can do that, sometimes it's even a lie. So learn to set boundaries. Set boundaries with your body. The Bible says your body is the temple of God. Carry yourself in high esteem. Don't let people touch you anyhow because you want to work with NGO. In fact, how much is the money compared to your body? It happens a lot in the development space. A lot. A lot of times. So learn to set boundaries. Even the guys learn to set boundaries. There are sugar mummies in the NGO space. There is money in this space. So where you know that there is money, a lot of evil will also happen in that space. A lot. So learn to set boundaries. Another thing is living without closure or gratitude. Over time, I think one of the things I'm so grateful to my parents for is gratitude. It gets to a time where if they give you something today, tomorrow you'll be like, thank you for yesterday, daddy. Thank you for yesterday, mommy. If you don't do that, you will collect beating. And over time, it has worked where people plug you into opportunities and you can reach out to them and say, thank you so much. You go for a gig and then they pay you like 50K. What will cost you to send like 5,000 naira airtime to the ED of that organization? Or to whoever introduced you or refer you? But no, we are so greedy. And you know the funny thing, the 50K will still finish you. Whether you show gratitude or you do not show gratitude, that money, it would still finish. Learn to show gratitude. Now I'm trying to buy wine for Victor so that Victor will plug me into those senators he used to go and see in Abuja every time. Learn to show gratitude to people. Whether they are your friends, whether they are your colleagues, whether they are people who are ahead of you, learn to show gratitude to them. Now, how do you transition from free to being paid? You know, it gets to some time where you yourself know that these people, they use my head. Like I said, there are wicked people outside there. They are selfish. Everybody loves themselves. Everybody's selfish. So there are people that just want to keep using you, keep using you, keep using you. I think this year I told myself that there are some organizations I need to stop working with. Because tell me why you are always sending me 2K data at the end of the month and then we are winning grants of like $1,000. And I can see your status that you are changing clothes every time. So money for grants for projects, you are using it to buy clothes. And then there is volunteers that you are sending 2K to. So learn to know when, volunteer to learn, volunteer to prove. And then once you start having that skills, that's why I say it's a step. So imagine me telling you now that there's still an organization that sends me 2K for data at the end of the month. And that's not even compared to what I use for data for like 3 days. So when it gets to time where you have worked on your skill, know when to take your step back. Don't want to say, okay, thank you so much for, and don't live with anger. Don't live with the fact that I am so angry, these people are using my head and everything, because you can need them at some time. Just learn to send your mail. Thank you so much for the opportunity. As the new year comes in, I'm trying to evolve and everything, and I would not be working with you again. Period and short. So you can also ask for paid roles. You can reach out to them. I feel like this thing now starts advancing. Oh, can we work on the payments? Can we work on this? Can we work on this? Communication is also key in the volunteering space. And also create opportunities for yourself. You don't have to just sit relaxed with just one organization. Look around. If you see it, in fact, sometimes you don't fit into it properly, just apply. The highest thing they can tell you is rejection. They'll tell you unfortunately, and it will not kill you. The amount of opportunity I got this year is like 50 or something, and I've not died. Sorry, we decide to reject you. Yes, you would not die. And one thing to take note again in the development space is rejection. Oh my God. You are going to get rejected a lot of times. A lot of times. And then free work should lead to paid value, not permanent exploitation. So once you see that you have advanced, you have increased, just let go. Let go of it. So what are the practical exercises that we'll do? If you are with your book and your pen, and you would want to go into the volunteering space, it's something you so admire. Just write one skill I have currently and write that skill there. One skill, like we're doing it now, one skill I have currently and write that skill. The skill might be writing, public speaking, graphics design, grant writing. There are so many aspects in the development space, so many aspects. So what is that one skill you think you have right now? Have you written it? Okay. The next is one cause I care about. One cause I care about. So something must drive you. Passion must drive you. What do you care about? Do you feel so bad when you see out of school children? Do you feel so bad when you see that women are marginalized? Do you feel so bad when you see poverty? Do you feel so bad when you see hygiene issues around? What is that one thing you so care about? That one cause that is so, so dear to your heart? And then lastly is one place I can serve this semester. What is that one place that you would want to serve? Is it in your fellowship? Is it in your class? Is it in the faculty? Is it in a club? I'm talking about the secular club now, Rotary Club and not student club. Is it in a club? What is that one place you feel that you can serve? And then you can write when you start taking actions. Would you start taking actions from 2026? Or you want to wait till 2037? Or you want to wait till 2029? Depends on you, actually. And if you are not a student, you can write one place I can start to serve. It might be in your church, it might be in your community. So as we close, I have here that some doors will not open because you knocked. They would open because someone saw your name and saw your service and mentioned your name. Some doors will not open because you knocked. So don't think because you have fine fingers you can knock so well, or you have the loudest of voice, or your voice is so soothing to the ears that would make some doors open. In fact, it will not open. Even with your hammer, with your digger, some doors will not open. The only thing that would open is because someone saw your service, someone saw your name, and mentioned your name. So next time when people tell you that, I want you to apply for this, so don't start asking, how much you go pay? How much are people going to pay me? What are people going to give me? What is in for me? Just serve with an open heart. Serve with the fact that you know that you are trying to learn. Serve with intention. Serve with excellence. Don't just do it anyhow because they are not paying me. Funny how the next paid gig you might get might be from that free thing you are trying to do. You see that thing that people say, don't do free work, don't do free work. It's a lie. Oh. It's a very big lie. And serve with wisdom. While doing the free work, while trying to volunteer, the Bible says wisdom is applicable. Wisdom is a principal thing to direct you. Because volunteer power is the real power. And with this, I think we have come to the end of this session. Thank you so much. I don't know if anybody has a question. I'm open to your question, or if there is no question. Do we have any question? Okay. Thank you so much. Do you have a question?
Praise God. Thank you so much for this wonderful section. So my question is, let's assume, is it like okay for me to volunteer in different aspects of, like, let's say we have three organizations that want to volunteer. You understand? Does that mean I volunteer in this organization, I volunteer in this organization, and I volunteer also in this organization? And then I have a current organization that I'm very much active there. So is it advisable for me to still volunteer in those three organizations, or I should remain committed to that organization that I am?
Thank you so much for this question. So the first question I would ask you is, how do you know how to multitask so well? So that you will not now start volunteering with other organizations and then the main one would now start to suffer. So it depends on knowing your strengths also. Currently, I think I work with like 12 to 13 NGOs. So if you see my calendar for meeting, you will be scared for me. But But then it depends on your strength. What can your strength carry? What can your strength handle? So if you feel like you are somebody, there are people that once they stay with this organization, their mind, their spirit, their soul, and their body is there. So if you are that kind of person, I advise you hold on to where you are volunteering and give your all, but ensure that you document your journey. You show up online, because you never can tell. The next opportunity might just come from that particular place. Service is just key. Just ensure that you are serving. But if you know that you can multitask, why not? You might not choose 3, you might choose just 2. And you might give a timeline to it. For the next 3 months, I just want to give my all to this other organization. We are even young people. Tell me why you cannot multitask. Let's even start there. Don't be like, if I focus on one. We are young persons. So learn to expand your brain. I feel like we have not even used, I think a scientist was saying we have not even used 0.5% of what is in our brain. So you can always multitask. I think I've answered your question. There's another question online.
So the question says here, what practical step can I take to source for this volunteering job online? Is it like someone you follow on LinkedIn currently for this? Did you get the question?
So what practical steps can you take? There are no someone to follow on LinkedIn, but you can always search for volunteering opportunities on LinkedIn. You can search for it on X. You can follow people. Look for somebody who is in your space. So I would give out some names. You can search for UN. There is a page called UN Volunteer. That's the name of it. It's even on Instagram also. You can search on that page. You can search on UNICEF. You can search for NGOs currently recruiting. You can always find, even on your Google. If you go on your Google now, I think every time I open my Google now, because I've searched so much about NGOs, I get to see internship opportunities, volunteer opportunities just on the down icon. So go online, search NGOs recruiting or NGOs volunteering in Kaduna, in Abuja. You will definitely find. And you can also search people. There are people who do that. There are people who are in that space. They are actively volunteering. They volunteer for a living. I would not mention name because people are in different niche and you didn't mention your particular niche. But then you can always check for people who are in your niche, who are in that particular niche. If it is climate, you find people in climate. If it is education, you find people in education. If it is internally displaced, if it is health, if it is anything, you would find people currently there. And I hope I've answered that person's question.
So I want to ask another question. When you were talking, you said volunteer gives access. So let's assume I'm still in that organization that I don't want to volunteer in another organization. Can I still get that access that I want in remaining in one organization? Do you understand?
You can get your access anywhere. It just depends on how well you work in an organization. In fact, you can get your access from somebody in that organization, and that access is not even for that particular organization. It might be, somebody might just recommend you outside. So that is why I said that with your skills, add extra to it. You can be in one organization and the access you get can triple. It can be a ripple effect. So yes, you can get the access. But if you find out again there is a clause to it, it depends on the organization you are volunteering or you are working with. So if you find out that, okay, I need international opportunities, and in this place, it's like we are all local champions. We are all Kuden. I'm not saying Kudene people are local champions. I'm not saying that. But then it depends that this organization, nobody has seen the limelight. Everybody's just static. From the beginning of 2025 till now, it is just the same routine. It's still wash and rinse. I would advise that since you are volunteering, you can take a bow and look for other organizations. There are organizations that can give you faster access. Access ASAP. And there are those that you have to stay so long. So it is you that knows what you are looking for. And that is why you would go for it. I hope I've answered your question. So with this, do we have any other question? All right. Thank you so much for your time and listening. Thank you.
How would you together for the global